Hello and welcome to Cupcakes. I'm Oren and today I'm going to be showing off my Japanese horror game collection. It's a collection I've been working on for a few years now. I recently kind of stopped just to kind of focus on other collections like my 3DS collection and stuff. But I've amassed like pretty, decent sized collection. I have like pretty much everything I wanted from the beginning. Um, the only ones I don't really have are like the most expensive kind of ones that I don't really feel like playing that much. Like for instance, the first Clock Tower game on PS1, which is like over €100, but I don't have much interest in Clock Tower, so I haven't gotten around to getting that game. But who knows, I might in the future. But yeah, gonna go through my entire game collection. I haven't played most of these due to the fact that for my old channel I planned on let's playing all of them, and so I didn't play them until I was gonna let's play them, so I haven't gotten around to playing the vast majority of them. Maybe sometime in the future though. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with my PS1 games, and the first up is Silent Hill. This is actually a reproduction of the box art and stuff. I got the like the manual and the game for Christmas, and without the box art, which is kind of annoying. So I had to get the box art myself, because I could not stand to look at the box artless game on my shelf. It was driving me crazy. That is one I have played, and it's really good. I actually let's played it on my old channel. You can go watch it if you want. Link on the channel somewhere. I think it's on the channel page on the Cupcakes channel page somewhere. Next up is Resident Evil. I haven't actually played this one. I've played the HD remake remaster or whatever it's called on PS4, which I really enjoyed. And I also let's played that as well. I'm gonna try to get through these relatively quickly, just because I have a lot of games, and don't want this video to be too long. Next up is Resident Evil 2. I've played Leon's A route on this, quite enjoyed it. Let's play it as well. It was quite good. I enjoyed, because the reason I played it was because the remake was coming out, and I wanted to play Leon's A route in that before I played Leon's A route in the remake, so I could kind of compare the two. And yeah, it was pretty fun actually. It was nice to notice the differences as well between the remake and the original. Next up, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I have not gotten around to playing this yet, but I will probably play it a bit before I play the remake. And I haven't gotten the remake yet because I'm waiting for it to go down in price until it's like, because Resident Evil 2 remake dropped to like €30 within like a year, so I assume the Resident Evil 3 remake will do the same, so I'll get it then. Next up is Parasite Eve. This is a Japanese copy, which I can't play physically, but I did a let's play, well, an unfinished let's play of this on an emulator on my old channel. The reason I got the Japanese version was because this game was never released in PAL regions, only in Japan and the US, which kind of sucks, so I can't play either version really. So I got the Japanese version because it was like cheaper, and I really like the plain white kind of box art and stuff. Next up is Parasite Eve 2. Again, that I can play, but I haven't gotten around to doing so yet because I want to finish the original first. Only problem is I started that playthrough on the emulator on my old laptop, and I just haven't gotten around to kind of bringing over the files onto my new laptop. I will eventually though, I'm sure. Next up, the first kind of obscure game, I guess, is Overblood 2. I don't know anything about this really. I've never really seen anybody play it, but the kind of the premise of it sounded really interesting. You can play like, what is it? 3 characters to play at any time. What? 3 characters to play with at the same time. 69 characters in total, which is it just sounds ridiculous. So I'm interested to try that out. And then the last PS1 game I have is Clock Tower 2, the Japanese version. This was released in, well, the rest of the world as the first Clock Tower on PS1, which I don't have because it's, I said earlier that it's really expensive. The first Clock Tower was released on, an older console, I think like the SNES or something. So I don't have that, but and I don't think I will get it. But yeah, this is like the second one in Japan, but it's the first everywhere else. PS2 games now. Gosh, I'm gonna have to find some room to put them there. The first game in my favorite game franchise ever, I believe, Project Zero, or as it's known more commonly, Fatal Frame. I just freaking love this game. I've been meaning to play through it again actually, and I actually made a speedrun guide last year to help me kind of speedrun it and stuff. Did this by watching through other speedruns and kind of taking notes. I watched through like maybe 5 or 6 different speedruns, made notes of all of them, and just kind of combined the best kind of strats for all of them. It was like probably the nerdiest thing I've ever done. I haven't got around to actually trying it out yet though. Hopefully soon. If anybody wants to see it, I'd be glad to try. Then Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. This is widely regarded the best Fatal Frame game. I kind of prefer the first one though, just because I prefer the combat. Even though like pretty much everything in the second game is like bigger and better, but I just prefer the combat in the first one, because in the second one you have to get like up closer to the enemies to kind of take them out, which I don't find. I find the combat is a lot slower, but it's still a great game. Then Project Zero, or Fatal Frame 3. Recently got around to playing this. It's quite a long game, to be honest. It's like 18-19 hours long or something. It's decent, I guess. I did encounter a few glitches and stuff, or bugs where I just got stuck or it just crashed. And I wasn't really fond of the kind of episodic kind of like freaking storytelling feature where, you know, you go to bed and then it's a dream and then that's the level you play, you know, and you explore your house during the day or something. It was kind of annoying. But it delivered some good fights, and the combat was closer to the first game, I think. I'm not sure. Another more obscure game now is Echo Night Beyond. It's basically, what was it likened to? I can't remember what a game it was like, but it's like Ghosts in Space, which sounds awesome. You pretty much go around kind of freeing the souls of a dead space station, looking for your wife or something, I think. Haven't gone around to playing it yet, but it does sound pretty fun. Now, one of the rarer games I have, and that I have actually played, is Kuon. Which I freaking love the box art for. It's so cool. Really enjoyed this game. Yeah, not much else. I freaking love the time that it's set in. It's like feudal Japan. It was really fun to like run around in the houses and stuff. Although my copy of it is kind of faded by the sun on the spine, which kind of sucks. Now probably the rarest game I have is Rule of Rose. This is a French copy. It was banned in the UK, so there's pretty much no English copies. English PAL copies. So mine is French, but yeah, I've played maybe 3 hours of it, and goddamn, it was pretty tough. Made me not want to play it again, just because it wasn't difficult. It was just kind of a real chore to play, because there's so many freaking doors you have to go through, and there's a loading screen for every door and stuff. It's just annoying. Another game we play with a dog and as a blonde female is Hunting Ground. Haven't gotten around to playing this yet, but it does look pretty cool. If not a lot like Rule of Rose. It's probably a better version of Rule of Rose, I'm guessing. Next up, gotta go through these quicker actually. I'm only maybe halfway through. Next up is Forbidden Siren. Trying to get a copy of Forbidden Siren 2, and also the kind of remake / reimagining Siren Blood Curse. I haven't played this game or Forbidden Siren 2, but I have played Siren Blood Curse. I have it digitally on PS3, and it's pretty great. Just finding an actual physical copy is kind of difficult. One of my favourite games in the collection, Silent Hill 2. It's got this nice cardboard kind of case and stuff, and it's like the actual box. There's no box, it's just like a cardboard kind of fold out thing with the game, and I think a bonus disc of behind the scenes stuff and whatnot. Really enjoyed this game. If you haven't played Silent Hill 2, you really need to. It's freaking one of the most important games in history, I think. Then Silent Hill 3. Didn't enjoy this as much as Silent Hill 2, to be honest. But it was still pretty great. Yeah. Then Silent Hill 4, which I attempted to play recently, but got maybe an hour or two into it, and it's just kind of annoying to play. It doesn't have any of the charm, at least so far, of the previous games. Maybe I just need to play more of it though, who knows. Silent Hill Origins, which I haven't played, and I actually have not ever seen anything about this game really. Or maybe I have. I don't know, there's barely any actually info on the back of the box as well. Is this I wonder, is this a fake kind of cover? Who knows? Might be, because that font does not look right. Not very noticeable though, so I'm okay with it. Another Resident Evil game, Code Veronica. Have not gotten around to playing this yet, even though people always recommend it anytime you ask what Resident Evil game to play. I think this takes place after 3 and before 4, I think, or maybe it's between 2 and 3, I'm not sure. I would like to get to play it though. People of course are pushing for it to get a remake instead of Resident Evil 4, which I agree with, because Resident Evil 4 does not need a remake. It's already so modern feeling. Speaking of Resident Evil 4, the nice steelbook edition actually had a worse condition steelbook. Wait, is this it? I can't tell if this is rusted or not, because it just looks so kind of rusted anyway. Have not played this yet, just because I've heard that it's quite a long game, and I haven't been able to find the time for it. And then, is this my last PS2 game? It is. Resident Evil Outbreak, which funnily enough contains the game and manual for Resident Evil Outbreak 2. I picked this up at a CEX store, and did not look in it until months later, and I found that they had actually given me the wrong game. So now I either have to buy I have to complete the Resident Evil Outbreak collection, I would have to both buy Outbreak 1 and 2 again, just so I can have both the game manual and box for both of them, which sucks. Now, onto PS3 games. Silent Hill Homecoming, which I have not played. I don't think I've played really any of these PS3 games, apart from one of them. This is like the period where Silent Hill kind of started to go downhill. A lot of people like highly regard the original 3 the best, and then everything after that is just terrible. Which from first glance I am inclined to agree, because these do look kind of a lot less kind of Silent Hill-y and more just generic horror. And then Silent Hill Downpour, which is much of the same. Gosh, I'm gonna have to find more space to put these fucking games. Then the one PS3 game that I have actually played is Resident Evil 5. My copy is the Steelbook version, but it's rusted to fuck. Oh my gosh. You can't even see the N on PlayStation because it's so rusted. And it's got paint damage there. Thank God it's a Steelbook, otherwise it would be terrible. I actually enjoyed this game. It wasn't like a very good Resident Evil game, but it was a good action game, I think. Then Resident Evil 6, which I have not played. I think it has co-op though. Oh, it's only online co-op. No, it's local co-op, so I might play with Alina sometime. She has been enjoying Resident Evil 2 Remastered. Although I doubt they're very much the same. Okay, gotta go through these faster. Go. So the Evil Within. Have played this. It was a good few years ago though, and I quite enjoyed it actually. It was good fun. A bit of a mindfuck. Didn't know what was going on most of the time, but the gameplay was fun. Then The Evil Within 2, still sealed. Got this for Christmas a couple of years ago, and haven't gotten around to playing with it yet. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Quite enjoyed this. Alina surprisingly really enjoys it, which is fun to watch her play. Yeah. Then Resident Evil 4 Remastered, for some reason doesn't really like it's got a remaster on PS4, and they're now remaking it on PS4/PS5, I guess, which just seems completely unnecessary to me. And then Resident Evil 7, the last of the kind of number of Resident Evil games that are out. I thought this was decent. The ending was a bit shit, the way that what was it? Whoever you choose between like Zoe or Mia, it doesn't really matter because you get the same ending or something. I don't know. Who I chose Zoe, and the ending that I got just didn't make sense because it looked like it was like forcing you, or it seemed like it assumed that you would pick Mia, so it structured the ending around that. But yeah, whatever. Onto Nintendo games now, and first up is Spirit Camera, the Cursed Memoir on 3DS. This is a spin-off of the Fatal Frame games. It's not good. It comes with a manual, or like a kind of it's basically a tech demo for the AR functionality. You can see there's like a manual or a book there. It's pretty much what comes with the game, and you have to scan those and interact with it and stuff. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Then the only other 3DS game I have actually is Resident Evil Revelations. I figured I'd get this one on 3DS, and then Revelations 2 on PS4, I guess. Haven't played it though. Then on to Wii games, we have Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which I think I heard that it's like a remake or a reimagining of the first Silent Hill game. Haven't gotten around to playing it though, because I have not got my Wii set up. Then one of the games that I was most happy to find out in the wild is Ju-On the Grudge. Never thought I'd see this in a actual game store, but yeah, this is the game version of my favorite horror movie. Have not played it yet though, just as you know, haven't got my Wii set up, and the aforementioned reason for me not playing most of these games. Resident Evil 0. I do plan to get the PS4 version. It's like a double pack of Resident Evil 0 and the first remake / remaster. But until I get that, I'll have to make do with this. I do own both of them on digitally on PS4 though, so there's not really a need for it. Then Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles, which I have not played. I think it's like, is it a light gun freaking on rails kind of thing? It looks like it. I'm not sure. Not that kind of eager to play it though. Okay, last 3 games, and these are pretty big important ones. Fatal Frame 4 on the Wii. This is a Japan only game. They never released it outside of Japan, so I picked up the Japanese version, obviously. I'll either have to mod my Wii to play it or buy a Japanese Wii. I'll probably mod my Wii just so I don't have to buy another one, but I've been putting it off because I don't want to break my Wii. Then Fatal Frame 2, the Wii edition, which is like a kind of remake in the style of Fatal Frame 4, which was really cool looking. I haven't played it yet, obviously, because it's still sealed, although it's kind of ripped there, which I taped up just to preserve its sealedness. Although whether it's sealed or not anymore is up to personal preference, I guess. Yeah, I really look forward to playing this when I eventually hook up my Wii, but until then, it's staying on my shelf. And then finally, the last game I have, which is my most recent pickup, and a game that I've wanted to add to my collection for years and years and years, but never found a good deal on it until recently, is Fatal Frame 5 Maiden of Blackwater on the Wii U. I don't even have a Wii U to play this. Alina has one, so I'm gonna have to borrow hers to play it. But yeah, it comes in this huge box with the game, a steel book, an art book. You can see here some spirit photographs and a poster, which I'm honestly really happy I have this. It's so freaking cool. I can't wait to play it, even though it's like a super long game. I think it's like at least 20 hours, which is quite long for a horror game. Usually they'll be like maybe 10 hours ish. But some games are quite long, like Alien Isolation and stuff. But yeah, that's it. That is my Japanese horror game collection. I'll probably be adding games to it fairly slowly over the next while or so. So don't expect a update on this anytime soon. But yeah, if you'd like to see us play any of these games, let us know. You can watch Let's Plays of a good few of these, well, maybe not a good few, several of them, on my personal channel, which you can find in the channels section on Couple Cakes. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what other Japanese horror games I could add. I pretty much know all of them anyway, but we can have a discussion, which would be fun. And yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you next time.